I want to invite you on a journey into a place many fear to tread, yet one that holds the potential for profound transformation. It is a journey into solitude. It's a path that is quiet yet powerful, challenging yet rewarding. For in solitude, we find not only peace, but also ourselves.
We live in a world that celebrates connection, interaction, and constant engagement. Social media platforms encourage us to broadcast every moment of our lives, workplaces demand collaboration, and societal norms often equate solitude with loneliness or isolation. Yet, there is a story often told about a woman with no friends. From the outside, she might appear pitiful, even tragic. But in truth, this woman has chosen a path few dare to take. She has embraced solitude, not out of despair, but out of courage. She has walked away from the superficial and toward the profound, and in doing so, she has discovered something many people never will, her true self. There is a story often told about a woman with no friends. From the outside, she might appear pitiful, even tragic. But in truth, this woman has chosen a path few dare to take. She has embraced solitude, not out of despair, but out of courage. She has walked away from the superficial and toward the profound, and in doing so, she has discovered something many people never will, her true self. For many, being alone brings forth a cascade of fears. There is the fear of loneliness, the fear of irrelevance, and perhaps most profoundly, the fear of facing oneself. When we are alone, there is no one to distract us from our thoughts, our insecurities, or our doubts. The silence can feel deafening, and the stillness can feel suffocating. For many, being alone brings forth a cascade of fears. There is the fear of loneliness, the fear of irrelevance, and perhaps most profoundly, the fear of facing oneself. When we are alone, there is no one to distract us from our thoughts, our insecurities, or our doubts. The silence can feel deafening, and the stillness can feel suffocating. But these fears are illusions. They arise not because solitude is inherently bad, but because we have been conditioned to avoid it. From a young age, we are taught to seek validation from others, to measure our worth by our relationships, and to equate busyness with purpose. Solitude challenges all of these notions. It strips away the external and forces us to look inward. And that, my friends, is where the magic happens. Imagine standing before a mirror that reflects not your physical appearance, but your inner self. This is what solitude does. It holds up a mirror to your soul and asks you to look deeply. It asks you to confront your fears, acknowledge your dreams, and embrace your true essence. In solitude, there are no masks to wear, no roles to play. You are not a parent, a colleague, a friend, or a partner. You are simply you. And while this might feel unsettling at first, it is also incredibly liberating. For in solitude, you have the freedom to explore who you are without judgment or expectation. Think about it. When was the last time you truly sat with yourself? Not scrolling through your phone, not filling the silence with music or podcasts, but truly sat with your thoughts and feelings? When was the last time you allowed yourself to simply be? Solitude gives you that opportunity. It gives you the space to breathe, to reflect, and to grow. It is in solitude that you can ask yourself the big questions. Who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? And while the answers may not come easily or quickly, the act of asking is itself transformative. One of the greatest gifts of solitude is self-discovery. In the quiet moments, you begin to see yourself more clearly. You discover your passions, your strengths, and your values. You learn what truly matters to you, beyond the noise and expectations of the world. When you spend time alone, you start to notice the things that bring you joy. Perhaps it's writing, painting, or gardening. Perhaps it's walking in nature or reading a good book. Whatever it is, solitude allows you to reconnect with these simple pleasures. It reminds you that happiness is not found in the approval of others, but in the fulfillment of your own soul. And it's not just about discovering what you love, it's also about discovering who you are. In solitude, you can explore your beliefs, your values, and your dreams. You can shed the layers of conditioning and uncover the authentic self that lies beneath. There is a common misconception that being alone is a sign of weakness, but nothing could be further from the truth. It takes immense strength to sit with yourself, to face your fears, and to embrace your solitude. It takes courage to step away from the crowd and walk your own path. Think of the great minds of history: Leonardo da Vinci, Virginia Woolf, Nikola Tesla, Emily Dickinson. Their greatest insights, creations, and breakthroughs came not in moments of social interaction, but in moments of solitude. They understood that solitude is not a retreat from the world, it is a preparation for it. In solitude, you build resilience. You learn to rely on yourself, to trust your instincts, and to find solutions to your problems. You develop a sense of inner strength that no external circumstance can shake. And when you return to the world, you do so with a sense of confidence and clarity that is unshakable. Of course, solitude does not mean isolation. Humans are social creatures, and relationships are an essential part of life. But there is a difference between seeking connection out of need and seeking it out of choice. When you embrace solitude, you no longer rely on others to fill a void within you. Instead, you bring your fullness to your relationships, creating connections that are authentic and fulfilling. When you are comfortable in your own company, you approach relationships differently. You no longer cling to others out of fear of being alone. You no longer compromise your values or betray your true self to gain approval. Instead, you attract people who resonate with your authenticity, people who uplift and inspire you. So how can you begin to embrace solitude? And start small. Begin with just a few minutes of solitude each day. Find a quiet place where you can sit, breathe, and reflect. Gradually increase the time as you become more comfortable with it. Disconnect. Turn off your phone, step away from social media, journal. Writing is a powerful way to connect with yourself. Use a journal to explore your thoughts, feelings, and ideas. Write about your dreams, your fears, and your goals. Journal. Writing is a powerful way to connect with yourself. Use a journal to explore your thoughts, feelings, and ideas. Write about your dreams, your fears, and your goals. Meditate. Meditation is a practice. Embrace creativity. Use your solitude to explore your creative side. Paint, write, dance, or play music. Let your creativity be a channel for self-expression and self-discovery. Embrace creativity. Use your solitude to explore your creative side. Paint, write, dance, or play music. Let your creativity be a channel for self-expression and self-discovery. Reflect. Use your time alone to reflect on your life. What is working? What isn't? What changes do you want to make? Reflection is the first step toward transformation. As you embrace solitude, you will begin to notice changes in your life. You will feel more grounded, more centered, and more at peace. You will develop a deeper understanding of yourself and a greater sense of purpose. You will become more resilient, more creative, and more confident. And you will find that your relationships improve, not because you need them, but because you value them. Solitude is not a destination. It is a journey. It is a practice, a way of being, and a source of strength. It is not something to fear, but something to embrace. For in solitude, you will find not only yourself, but also the courage, clarity, and confidence to live a life that is truly your own. So to the woman with no friends, or the man, the child, the elder, know this: you are not alone. In solitude, you have the greatest companion you could ever ask for, yourself. And when you learn to love and appreciate that companion, you will find that solitude is not your enemy. It is your greatest ally.